Alright, what's up everybody? It's your boy Andres with another episode, Make That Radio Show. I have Miss Atacious here, who is a photographer. First interview. So y'all in for a special treat. Atacious, thank you for taking the time out your busy day to come and be interviewed. One, I love highlighting people who are doing positive things in the area. So whether it's photography, videography, music, whatever the case may be, I like to shine a spotlight on individuals. So tell the people who will be watching this video a little bit about your background and how you got started in photography.
Okay, my name's Atacious, but I also go by Tay, Bella sometime, and I just created another alias, Luna. I got into photography probably in high school, but I didn't have the camera and stuff, so I kind of pushed it aside, but I knew like photographers. Starting this year, my friend, he was selling a camera, and I always told him how I was interested in photography. So he wanted to upgrade, so he sold me his. So with that, I started out with taking pictures of myself. Then I started people seeing that I was into it. So this dude, he's a Macon rapper. His name is Tyreek, but he go by CPH President. Okay. So he hit me up and like, you can shoot me. And I was like, okay, cool. So I did that. Then after that, I started posting more of myself. Then other people started tuning in to what I was doing. So now I've been like every other week I'll try to take a photo, or if I'm not taking photos of other people, I'll do myself.
Okay, so wildlife photography, like I guess growing up, like what really got you getting into it? Because one is it's one of those industries and crafts that you have to like really build up, you know, your name before people will just jump out and want you to use them. But also it's like really difficult to maintain a life. So what really got you into photography?
I would say I like art in general, like music. I draw from time to time and stuff like that. And with photos, it tells a lot in general. So I just like pictures, and I always take pictures. So I thought it would be a good investment. With that, like last year, I was going through a phase where I got a clothing line, but I had to put that on hold, and I started building up my thoughts and creativity. So I got in my head, I might as well do photography, because in the creative industry, all on hand in hand. So I was like, if I do clothing, I can do photography too. And that was just one step. And with photography, I'm also going to school for filming, so that's just another step for me to build up with filming. So yeah, photography helps.
So you're a real creative, and
yeah,
so you draw, fashion line, photography, and those are all creative aspects. I've interviewed quite a few photographers. Are you familiar with any of the photographers here in the Middle Georgia area?
Yeah, I got a friend. He's in school in Savannah right now. He's 19 Monte. So when I need help, I go to him and ask him what I should do. And I seen how he was building up, and I was like, oh, that's cool. That's something I want to get into, because I have a passion for it, and I want to make other people happy. And I also been in contact with Jeremy Coleman. He's a photographer in Macon, and I know Daryl Moy and stuff like that. So.
Okay, so I guess, you know, because photography as a generality, you know, there's like, you can shoot food, you can shoot like weddings and specialize in that, you can do events, you can do like babies and family portraits. You have some people, I don't know if you know Adisto, he's been doing like the Making Music Gems, I believe, or Making Music Project. He also has one, Hidden Gems, that he featured me in. So there's a lot of different realms that you can go down. What do you enjoy that you like to shoot specifically, or do you just like to do anything that challenges your mind?
I think I would be more interested in shooting people that have a business going on surrounding them. Like, I want to deal with people that's upcoming mostly, so I can see them grow and like see how they came up. I try to do like, if they're a rapper, I want to know how they grew up, so I would try to shoot in the area where they grew up.
Okay, so like neighborhoods and stuff like that. Yeah, okay. So you like to create, like you said, from a creative place. You're creating a story, as opposed to, some people, they jump into it, and I'm sure you've already experienced this, where they see it as like easy money or the way to make a buck, but they're not really caring about the artwork that goes along or the creative side that goes along with photography. Does that frustrate you at all, or how do you feel about that?
I'm kind of indifferent with it
Mm-hmm.
because I understand that you want to make money from it, but I come from a passionate side of it because I enjoy that, and most of my friends are into music, photography, video, and all that. So I understand the passion. I understand the hard work that goes into it, but I also understand that some people just got a talent to make money from it.
Mm-hmm.
So, do what you gotta do to make it in life.
Okay. So, are there any world-renowned photographers that you look to for as inspiration, or you would like to be mentored by?
Not really. I like to see upcoming people like Jeremy and Tamonte, and I look to them as motivation because I seen them when they was at the beginning stages, and I like how they grew to where they are now, and all I see is progression as time goes on.
Okay. So, doing this, what would you say has been the most difficult thing to do? Because once you thinking about it and then jumping into it and actually doing it, you have an expectation in your mind before you start doing it, how things should go. But when you actually start doing it, things go differently. So, what was the biggest, I guess, misconception that you had about photography?
The people, trying to shoot people, I thought it would be way more easier. Or people wanting to do it, or people I thought that was going to support. So that is like one difficult thing. Or the timing, like I be available this day, they don't, or people will say, "Oh, I'll shoot with you," and then when the time comes, they know where to be found and stuff like that. But then when they see me post other people, "Oh, I should have been linked up with you," but you had the opportunity. Then once I put a price on it, now it's a problem because when I first started doing it, it was for free. So you would thought that everybody would be like, "Oh, okay, take me a picture, blah blah." But yeah, that was really it, the people. But now I'm just past that. I'm gonna shoot with somebody who's serious and want to see me grow and stuff like that.
Okay, so I guess what has been your most creative type of shoot? I'll give you an example. Like with D Still again, he did one where it was thicker women, or more curvier women, displaying that, and he did like I guess it wasn't what did he call it? I can't remember, but it's just not body shaming, but appreciations for our flaws.
Yeah.
He also did more for like men, breast cancer awareness for men. Because most people when they think of breast cancer awareness think of women, but men can develop breast cancer as well. I know other photographers, Michael Martin. He's a very well-known photographer in this area. He does a lot of different models, and one of his shoots were like a ninja series. So he had all the women dressed up like in ninja attire, and they had like nunchucks or chains or swords or something, and they were like they were posing with these particular props. What's been like, I guess, your most creative shoot?
Right now, I would say when I first did it, it was with CPH president, and he had me to go to the house he grew up in, and he's a rapper, so it was like for his upcoming mixtape that's coming out. So he had this book that his dad wrote, and it's called Making a Way in Making. So I like how he put that together, and I was just there with him. But since that was my first shoot, I would say that's my most creative because I really didn't know what I was doing, and that was my first time. But now I have thought of different ideas where I want to do theme shoots and stuff like that. But I want the right equipment before I get into that.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to build myself up with that. But lately, I kind of been focusing on my recording and videoing. So right now I'm in the middle of a project where I'm shooting this music video for this rapper named Bud. So
you're doing photography and learning videography at the same time. Excuse me. So you didn't go to school for it, did you? Or
At the moment, I go to Full Sail for digital cinematography.
oh, okay. That's based out of that's online, but it's based out of Florida though, isn't it? Yeah, okay.
Got a campus in Florida.
Okay, that's what's up. That's dope. I like that. And I like that you're young, and that you're the type of person like this is serious for you.
Yeah.
Some people, like I said, they jump into things and they're not as serious. So they don't invest in themselves to grow the craft, and then you're saying that you want to get equipment, so that's even a more additional investment. So I'm definitely proud that you're doing that, and I want to see you go out there. But as far as like being an entrepreneur, because that's what you're doing right now, are you the first one in your family to like be an entrepreneur, or?
I would say so.
And how's the family support with you doing this endeavors? These endeavors?
With because I started out with just clothing.
Mm-hmm.
With that, I kind of had like, oh, you serious about this? You might just be wasting your time. But if I do waste my time, at the end of the day, I'm learning, and I look at it as a learning process. So, but I have family members that supported it, and they still supporting me with it. I just took some time off to understand, because when I first got in it, I did just jump head first without learning anything, without knowing about the ins and outs of it. So now I'm just taking my time and building up until I can do something with it, because I have a plan in my mind when I turn 25. So I'm just let it all play out. I know.
I tell people all the time, like, okay, I've been an entrepreneur full time. It'll be 6 years in December, or this is all I do. I've been doing it since 2006. Entrepreneurship in general. So with that being said, I love when people just jump out there. One, because you can't plan everything. You can do so much planning, but at the same time, you waste time being like overthinking stuff, right? Because you need the experience to dictate, because you can go and research everything that you want to, but when you jump out there, it could be totally different than what you research, because business, it changes every day. Every industry changes every day in some type of way. So I don't feel like it's a waste of time. That's a great learning opportunity. I definitely encourage people to go and just do it, because my like failure, for example, my belief, failure is not trying at all. I don't believe that failure is trying something and then not hitting the goals that people want. That's how I look at failure. Most people would look at failure like, oh, well, I want to make $10,000 this year, but I didn't make it. I only did 5. That's not failure to me. The 10 was a goal. Failure would be not to go and do it all because you're just so scared. So where did that confidence come from to be able to jump out there and do it? Because you said you're like the first one. So why like stand out, especially if you don't have like a mentor set up, you have limited resources. It is a scary thing to jump out there and want to do something and make money from it.
I would say Instagram. I see multiple clothing. I see multiple people build and grow money. In this clothing line that I follow, called Outsiders. Just last year, he said he was at Burger King. Now he probably already made $1 million just off clothing. So that was motivation right there. Whether I do make it from clothing, it doesn't matter, because I got another idea after that. If that don't work, I got another idea after that. It just, my mind always running, so I was like, might as well just put it out there for the world. And I like fashion. I'm into tennis shoes a lot, so I was like, might as well just go
for it. I like that. It sounds like your mind is very like sort of like a Kanye type of person, where you're just really in tune to what you want to do, whether it's photography, fashion, music, whatever the case may be. It's creative. Let's see. What I had a question. it just slipped my mind. Whatever. So where do you see yourself? I guess you're going to go ahead and finish the year as strong as you can. Like, where do you see yourself, or have you set goals for 2020 yet?
For 2020, I plan on releasing my clothing line. That's for sure. This year I plan on doing I want to do at least 5 music videos.
Okay.
And I want to start on interviewing and vlogging. With photography, I want to take pictures of people, anybody. My whole setup is I'm going to interview people, then have a shoot with them later. So I want to build up and my goal with videoing is introducing people. I'm exposing myself to the world, and I'm also exposing them, especially they coming up. And I just want to grow and build a team of young bosses.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Well, go ahead, let you share out your social media. How can people approach you, and what's the best way to approach you, whether they want, you to shoot videography and music videos, or if they want you to come and shoot, have a session of photography, what's the best way to reach you?
Instagram, my Instagram photography page is Luna, Luna .Caught, CAUGHT .dat. And I also have a production page, which would be my business page, where I talk about clothing and photography, and also me growing as a videographer. And that's Luna Production, Luna.Productions on Instagram.
Okay, so where did the Luna come in from?
I'm in the Army, so when I was struggling with running, when I was in basic training, the moon always gave me motivation. So, and the Luna is a Greek word for the moon. Okay. And I'm also into like supernatural.
All that.
I'm into the supernatural creatures.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's a creative,
So
that's creative.
Yeah.
I love it. When Twilight was hot down there, I watched all the movies. So,
I read the books too. Yeah. At first I came from Bella. That's another name I made up. But Luna seemed more serious. So Bella's just like a little pretty girl. Then Tay is like the girl who grew up in Macon, very hood, so Luna's the very serious one, the one who want to push and keep.
So how do you like to introduce yourself? Then do you introduce yourself as Luna? Do you introduce yourself?
I start off with my real name first. Then I just tell people. Most people can't say my real name, so I'm like, you can just call me Tay Bella. I haven't really gave out Luna out like that because I really just made it up like some weeks ago.
Oh, okay, so it's brand new then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
She very serious.
So it's like your persona.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right, well, hey, y'all make sure y'all go check out Luna's work. Follow the Instagram page. Support all the black businesses and people in our community doing positive things. Because like I said, she said it herself. She's trying to help expose everybody to, out here, because it's hard. You have to have multiple people sharing and things of that nature to really get someone to go viral, or just for people to pay attention. But I like to give all my guests like a last word. So if you have a mantra or any like saying that you live by, any words of inspiration, here's your opportunity to let the people know.
Just do it. Don't give up. No matter what somebody say, you can be the next one that they look up to.
All right, and there y'all have it.
CTV.